All right, guys, we have 2 in 1 times 2. Because Riiffs came up with 2 fragrances in 1 fragrance bottle. And it's a super cool concept, especially when you're traveling, because you can just take one and you have 2 different perfumes that you can mix together and also wear them separately. And also I think one is like more daytime, one is more nighttime. Anyways, you will see for yourself. Here we have Riiffs, Spectra and Surge. Okay. And the other box is Stella and Luna. Stella and Luna, I would say, is more feminine. So let's start with that. Let's maybe start with Luna. Here's the packaging. This is how this looks. It's really cool, I think. So this is just a big R that holds both bottles and they're attached this way. All right. So you can actually have them separately if you really want to. But the concept is amazing. I really love that. Okay, so this is Riiffs, Stella and Luna. And this is definitely more feminine leaning duo. So you always get the card, of course. And for Stella, let's start with Stella, okay? Actually, let's start with Stella. Top notes are hazelnut, praline, blackcurrant, cardamom, and milk. It's a very complex fragrance, by the way. Heart notes are rose, jasmine, iris, and cacao. And base notes are lily of the valley, vanilla, tonka, honey, patchouli, sandalwood, musk, and ambergris. And Stella is a decadent embrace, hazelnut and praline swirl with blackcurrant and warm milk, unfolding into a floral heart kissed by cacao. The base melts into vanilla, honey, and sandalwood for a rich velvety trail. And I remember I really, really loved Stella from the first sniff. The sprayer is always amazing. Oh yeah, it's so different. It's so different. It does remind me a little bit of for the life of me, I keep forgetting the name. KHADLAJ, pistachio gelato, but not exactly. Like the hazelnut, yeah, gives you that. That aspect is similar, but it's definitely going into a different direction. This one I would say is more mature, less fresh, definitely heavy on cardamom, a little bit animalic and quite ambery as well, and slightly rosy irisy as well. Like, it's a beautiful blend. This fragrance is very creamy, but has interesting edges to it. So overall, you get a very creamy, quite sweet fragrance with like a vanilla ambery base and that hint of pistachio gelato from KHADLAJ for sure, but not exactly. Oh, they done it so well. I definitely get cacao as well. It's like a nice powdery raw cacao note here. Yeah, mixed with iris and milk. Beautiful. This one is beautiful. So yeah, I would say if you like yum pistachio gelato, then you will like this, but this is different. It's not a dupe, it's not an alternative, it's a different scent. It does have something from it, but you know, it's kind of like comparing Dior Vanilla Diorama and Fève Délicieuse. It's kind of that kind of a difference. I hope you get what I'm saying. All right? Yeah, this is like a wintry, elegant older sister of KHADLAJ Pistachio Gelato. All right? It's more irisy, it's more sophisticated, it's not as fresh and doesn't mean gourmand. It's like more, you know, bougie. I love it, especially for the price that it's so bougie. The other one is Luna. And I think Luna was even more of a favorite of mine. Luna is a coconut fragrance with milk and ozonic notes, gardenia, incense and jasmine, musk and creamy vanilla. So yeah, there's a creamy coconut journey with some airy ozonic notes, drift like moonlight over tranquil waters. And the heart is quite floral. I'm not gonna read more because it's like a huge epilogue to the fragrance. I personally really like this DNA because this is that kind of DNA that gives you an oceany vanilla. Not salty, this one, but it's like you're wearing a vanilla fragrance by the ocean as you're walking by the ocean. This is what it gives you. So this one, Luna, people compare it to weird things, and I don't agree with any of it. People compare it to Baccarat Rouge, Liquid Imaginaire Blanche Bête, and Roses Vanille from Mancera. Inaccurate, all of them. For me, if anything, this is similar to Idyllic Istanbul from VIAGE. I know not everybody knows this fragrance, but it's like, yeah, it's like a breezy, oceany vanilla. I would say it's more similar to vanilla powder from Matière Première than it is to any of these fragrances that I've mentioned from Fragrantica, for sure. It's also like maybe a little bit like Olympia, you know, that vibe. But think of coconut throughout. So yeah, it's kind of like Olympia, but vanilla is less warm. It's more of a cold fragrance with coconut. Oceanic vanilla with coconut. That's what it is. Actually hard to compare to anything on the market. Yeah, only that Istanbul fragrance like truly reminds me of it, but that's pretty much all. It's not even that similar to vanilla powder or any other fragrance like that. It's just, yeah, maybe Olympia vibe will be the best for you to describe it, but think of something more oceanic, less sweet, definitely with less warm. By warm, I mean Olympia gives you that warm feel to it when you wear it. It's like warming on your skin. This one, it's a colder scent, so it's fresher and it has a lot of coconut. So yeah, I really like it. It's beautiful. This pairing is so good. So good for my ladies, but also for all the boys watching. If you like such DNAs of fragrances, you will love them. I'm sure my boyfriend will steal Stella because it has nuts in it and he is obsessed with nutty fragrances. I don't want to even say at the moment, I think it's always been like this. So that is Stella and Luna, all right? Now we have another 2-in-1, which is Spectra and Surge. So Spectra and Surge, for me, definitely lean like typical masculine, but still quite unisex, to be very honest. They might remind you of certain fragrances, but I wouldn't say they're like, you know, schmoops. They're not. So this is the other bottle, and this one is sexy. So Spectra and Surge. I smelled them and wore them previous week. So not this week, before. And I remember one I loved, the other one I was like okay with. And I think I liked Spectra, but let's see. Let's start with Spectra. So Spectra has orange blossom, white pepper, green almond, dry amber, crystal sugar, violet, osmanthus, and nutmeg. And in the base, it has patchouli, vanilla bean, orris, benzoin, and sweet amber. Spectra sparks intrigue with vibrant orange blossom, zesty white pepper, and green almond. Blah, blah, blah. You know what? I'm not going to read it to you because I don't want to bore you. But it's a nice story about the fragrance. Yeah, I think that's the one I loved. I for me, it's floral, smoky, fruity, a little bit maybe woody, but not too much actually. This one is sexy AF, okay? And it's not only for men, for sure. You definitely get like a powdery violet. You get a lot of sweetness from sugar and vanilla. You know, violet and orange give you actually quite a lot of powderiness, but not going to lipsticky, no. You surely get almond, but again, it's a different almond. It's not the almond that's warm and goes into marzipan or cherry vibes. Absolutely not. It's like, think of it like a spice, okay? Think of it like a spice with the pepper and orange blossom. So let's see what people compare it to. People compare it to Gucci Guilty for men, Elixir de Parfum. And I see that they have some similar notes, but to be honest, guys, I haven't smelled that particular Gucci. So I cannot really attest to it. But I can see that, you know, it might be true because the structure is a little bit similar. But Gucci has more orange blossom, doesn't have almond, and also is probably less floral. For me, this is a unisex. This is a unisex. It truly doesn't go too masculine or too feminine. It really doesn't, because it has that sexy kick that can be considered masculine and is definitely visible in our masculine fragrances on the market. You know, that peppery, amber vibe. But at the same time, it has sweet notes like florals and sugar and a lot of violet and orange. So yeah, it's a great one. It's truly a great one. Spectra, I love. And then last but not least, we've got Surge. And I think, I don't want to like toot my own horn, but I think I wasn't obsessed with it, all right? But I might be wrong. You know, I test so many fragrances that it's impossible to remember everything. But Surge has kumquat, pepper and grapefruit, narcissus, melon, orris and coconut, cedar, cashmere, vanilla, tonka bean, and Haitian vetiver. So from the notes, I should love it. But I'm not sure if I really did. Let me remind myself. Oh no, actually I really like it. Maybe just that first spray, you know, some air needed to kick into that fragrance and it wasn't touched for a week. And now I'm like, what are you talking about, Paulina? Are you crazy? This is great. Oh, this is great. Guys, this is great. It has that particular like note combo to it that I find very, very sexy. Like tonka cashmere and vetiver, and it's probably also pepper with orris that gives you that very sexy powdery vibe. It's considered to be slightly citrus, coconutty, fresh, spicy scent. It's sweet. It has some yellow florals. Okay, do we consider narcissus as yellow floral? Fragrantica certainly does. I personally wouldn't, but it maybe is just me and my botanical skills. Someone compares it to Givenchy Gentleman's Society, but I find Gentleman's Society way less all-around appropriate, way less sweet, way more spicy from cardamom and sage. No, they're not that similar. No, I don't agree. I just don't agree. And I have a right to, right? Guys, I'm giving you my honest opinions and that's why you love me. It's not my fault that I don't agree with everyone. But this one, this is good. Oh, this is good. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure. There was one little box, little bottle that I was like, I'm not sure about. And I think it might have been Surge, but now it's the fave. I'm gonna personally wear it a lot. Oh, guys, I just had an epiphany. This is phenomenal. And by the way, you're getting all of them. All four are extrait de parfum, and they are all 50 ml. So in one box you get 100 ml, but you get two different, really different fragrances, 50 ml each. I personally think I would recommend this one more. It's this, Isn't that similar to a certain Lorenzo Pazzaglia, actually? Maybe Summer Hammer. Let's see. Summer Hammer. It might not be, but although Summer Hammer starts with mango, so that's for sure a difference. But you know what? I think I'm on the right track. I think we should kind of get into Lorenzo Pazzaglia fragrances. Let's see SEXC. Slightly closer. We have a lot of citruses and yuzu and some C notes, but I would say this one is definitely sweeter and more feminine leaning. No, I don't think it's the C line from Lorenzo. It's not sangria. If anything, it might be, there might be something from Summer Hammer. Like, I don't want to make it too long for you guys, but there is something to it that I kind of cannot pinpoint, but I think overall it's a little bit in the direction of Lorenzo Pazzaglia summer fragrances. You know, he has a very particular DNA of summer fragrances. So maybe a little bit like Summer Hammer, maybe a little bit of sangria here and there. Overall, it's a phenomenal fragrance. It's my favorite. I'm not giving it to my boyfriend. You know what I think we're gonna do? I think I'm gonna take the black box as mine. And because it has the nutty fragrance here, I think he's gonna take this. We're gonna switch between each other, of course, but I think this is gonna be his favorite. And this is my favorite, actually. I know it's weird, but yeah, I love this. I love both. I love Spectra and I love Surge. Amazing fragrances. Okay, guys, that's all for today. We only had 4 fragrances, but you know, I didn't want to lose these amazing bottles and the concept in a bigger fragrance haul. So there you have it. I hope you liked the video. Please tell me what you think. And maybe you can pinpoint a perfume that might be more similar to any of these that I don't know about. Let me know, guys, and see you in my next one. Bye.